What is it that keeps you up at night? When you're laying in the bed and your mind won't shut off, what are you thinking about? Let me ask it a little bit differently. What is it that you're worried about? Maybe for you, it's, can I pay my bills? Or this college debt that I've accrued, will I ever get out from underneath it? Am I gonna be able to get a job when I get out? Am I gonna lose the job that I have? Am I gonna be able to afford to retire? Or maybe for you, it's an aging parent. Or what's the doctor gonna say at the next doctor's appointment? Or are my kids safe when they leave the house today? Maybe it's, am I ever gonna be able to make a difference in this world? So what is it that you're worried about? Do you have it? Here's why I ask. Because what we worry about the most often reveals where we trust God the least. In Psalm chapter 62, verse 7 and 8, the psalmist talks about a God who's trustworthy, where he says this, my salvation and my honor depend on whom? Not me, they depend on God. He's my mighty rock and my refuge. Sounds like somebody who's not worried. Trust in him at all times, not some of the time, not when you feel like it, not just with your eternity, not just with part of the things. He says what? Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to him, your worries, your fears, pour them out to him. Why? Because God is our refuge. The psalmist understands a truth, and the truth that the psalmist understands is this, is that God is trustworthy, right? God is trustworthy. It's not what he does, it's who he is. He's deserving of our confidence.
Anxiety to me is simply me trying to be God in an area of my life that I know I'm not God. Here's my challenge. If right now you are overwhelmed with anxiety, where are you not trusting Jesus? Where are you not trusting him? Sooner or later, your heart is going to be full of the worries of this life, and it's going to be empty of Jesus. Listen to what Peter says. Give all your worries and cares to God.
Most of our worries have to do with allowing our minds to be ordered by thinking that is untrue. I think it was Mark Twain who said, I have had many troubles in my life, most of them I have never experienced. You die 1,000 deaths in fearing one. He points out that the root of worry is the absence of trust. At the end of verse 28, one little phrase, "O you of little faith." You see, when the disciples worried, what they were saying was, God, you can't be trusted in this situation. That's what worry really is. God, you cannot be trusted in this situation.
Jesus defines the problem so clearly. Jesus says this, Jesus says that the things that you are most devoted to are the things that will determine what you worry about. See, when Jesus taught on worry, guess what topic he launched it with? Money. Money. Money and the stuff related around money, because in all honesty, a lot of people really worry about money. They think they're going to run out of money. You know, most people run out of life before they run out of money. And we're so concerned about money that we treat it like it's life. And here's the thing, we worry because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But the reality is, we've never known what was going to happen tomorrow. Every day of your life, you've lived in uncertainty. Your future has been uncertain every single moment of every single day of your life. And God has been faithful to you in your past uncertainty, and he's been faithful to you again and again and again, and he will continue to be faithful to you in your life. So why are you and I so worried? We get so focused on the uncertainty that we think is in front of us. We don't keep our eyes fixed on our loving Heavenly Father. Don't you believe that perhaps in a tomorrow that you have no control over, that God can take care of you?
And we know that God is trustworthy because he will be faithful tomorrow. He will be faithful tomorrow.